Well, hey y'all, and welcome back. In tonight's video, we made chicken thighs. They turned out delicious. So I decided to share this video with y'all. It's sort of like the recipe, Marry Me Chicken. I done a little bit of changing it up. We used chicken thighs, and I used what I had to save money. You know right now money's tight, so it's best to use what you've got to cook instead of buying all those fancy ingredients. We ain't got no money for that. So tonight we're going to start by adding some olive oil to our pan. And we're going to place our chicken thighs in our skillet. I'm going to put my seasoning on it after I place them all in the skillet. These little boogers are hard to get a hold of using just a fork. So after I struggled and got them all in there, we just threw that one overboard. We're going to put our stuff on them. I had 2 packs. These came from Costco. They're boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So now I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And don't go skimpy on the salt. It makes this recipe have a real good taste using the sauce that we're going to make. And then we're going to add black pepper. And I may add a little bit more black pepper and garlic powder toward the end. Now we're going to let these start just cooking up. And I want to get a pretty sear on them. And this is what we're going to be using. See, I'm already starting to get it. My iron skillet was pretty hot when I started. So I'm going to go ahead now and flip these chicken thighs over. Now these thighs isn't the prettiest thing you ever seen, but once you get them done, they turn out delicious. Once we have both sides seared, we're going to take them out and place them on this plate so we can work on our sauce with this iron skillet. And don't throw that out. Leave your bits and pieces in there. That's just going to give it more flavor. I'm even going to try to scrape some of the bottom to release some of the bits and pieces. That right there is what makes your sauce so good. We've got right here about a tablespoon of minced garlic and about a tablespoon of basil. Now, I work at a school. I don't know if any of y'all know that, but we grew this in our lunchroom on one of the grow towers. It is so pretty and so fresh. So we're going to go ahead and start by adding our garlic and our basil. And right here I have about 1/4 of a cup of white onion and about 1/4 of a cup of bell peppers cut up, all 3 colors. This is going to be real colorful and pretty. So we're going to let that start cooking and caramelize it just a little bit. And while that's starting to cook, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Now this tomato paste is froze. That's how I do mine when I open a can of tomato paste. Instead of trying to keep it just in the refrigerator, I'll take it and freeze it in Ziploc bags. So we're just going to cut it up so it'll start unthawing faster, defrosting, and cooking down, whatever you call it. Now I'm going to add just a dash of red pepper flakes. This right here just gives it extra flavor. Not hot, but just some flavor. And now we're going to add about a teaspoon of chicken bouillon. Now I'm using the chicken bouillon because I'm going to be using just some water in my recipe. If you're using chicken broth, you can skip the bouillon. And I'm adding about probably a good heaping tablespoon of all-purpose flour just to help it thicken a tiny bit. Now years ago when this Marry Me Chicken recipe came out, I think it went viral. I'm going to add just a tiny dash of hot sauce to mine. Not much. I just like the flavor it gives it. And at the end, you'll see why this recipe went viral. It is so good. We're adding about 4 tablespoons, a fourth of a cup of heavy cream, and around 1.5 cups of water. Altogether, we'll add about 2 cups of water. Just a dash of lemon juice. That just gives it that little tangy taste. Probably around a tablespoon. Now, I think in the original recipe they used parsley, but I used the basil because we grew that at school, and it's so pretty and fresh. I just picked it today. Now that I've got my sauce exactly how I want it, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start placing our chicken thighs back in our sauce mix. After we get all our chicken thighs in our sauce, we're going to put the lid on it and we're going to let it simmer for around 45 minutes. Now this right here helps tenderize your chicken also. Plus, with it marinating and simmering in your sauce, it gives it so much flavor. And it'll finish cooking while it's simmering. We only seared it on both sides. So now we'll cook it for around 45 minutes on a medium low with the lid, and it'll finish cooking also. Make sure you get both sides coated very well, because that's what gives this chicken that flavor that you're looking for. Now this dish right here goes great with rice. Tonight we're actually doing broccoli, and I'm going to drizzle some of the sauce over my broccoli instead of cheese. You could use this for rice, creamed potatoes, any kind of vegetable you want to have with it. This sauce is so good, just put over the top of it. So now we're going to let it simmer. Ooh, that lid's got hot. I think I need a pot holder, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of garlic powder to this and a more black pepper. I was going to do that and I forgot, but it's not too late. So I'm going to go ahead now and add my garlic powder and about another teaspoon of black pepper. And we're just going to get it coated real good. It's already starting to cook good, and the sauce is getting thicker, I can tell. This right here is sort of like making a roux to put your chicken in. Now this right here would even be good with sausage or shrimp and chicken in it, even steak. So we're going to keep letting it go for just a little bit longer. Okay, y'all. Now it's time to check it out. Look at how thick and darker that sauce got. And look how tender my chicken is. So if y'all hadn't ever tried Marry Me Chicken, you need to give it a try. And like always, thanks for watching.